Snow is now widespread across southern New England and also across the mid-Atlantic. Let me move to the KCCX radar in State College. Let me play this for you so that you can see what I'm talking about here. You got snow, which is widespread across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, into Delaware. And then you also have reports of sleet now in Maryland, and it is moving. The sleet line is advancing northward, but how quickly does that sleet line advance northward will ultimately determine who sees a foot of snow or more and who sees less than a foot of snow. And I wish I could draw on the radar here, but it won't let me draw. But what I will show you with my, oh, there we go. I'm able to draw now. Okay, this is awesome. All right, let me show you where I think that the mix line is going to get. I'm going to draw it just like this. Up into Chambersburg. I think it's going to stay right along Harrisburg. Harrisburg, you're right on the line. I'm telling you, I think you're right on the line. I could see you staying all snow, but I could also see you switching over to sleet. But I do believe that you are going to see around a foot of snow. If you stay snow longer, then I do believe that 12 to 18 inch range is still on the table. Northern Lancaster, same deal. Same with Hershey. You're right on that line. If you stay snow longer, then you're gonna get potentially over a foot of snow. But right now I put the 8 to 12 inch range right south of this line here. I put 8 to 12 for all of Lancaster County, but northern Lancaster County, you're right on the line here. Harrisburg, like I said, I could see you going either way. I could see you going 12 to 18, like I put for the remainder, the central portion of the state. But if you switch over sooner, you're going to end up being on the lower end of the totals. I think a foot is still in play, though, for you in Harrisburg and northern Lancaster, northern York, and northern Adams County. But it depends on how quickly the sleet line progresses northward. And some of the models are a bit more bullish, but that the NAM, I'm not putting too much faith in the NAM. I think the cold air is going to hold on longer than what the NAM is showing. But I think between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m., our southeastern counties start switching over to sleet. And it's going to be heavy sleet for a lengthy period. So it's going to cause a mess. Because they're going to be plowing the roads, and then you're going to get maybe an inch or so of sleet after the snow is done in some areas. I would not be surprised to see 1 to 2 inches of sleet in some areas, because it's going to be sleeting pretty heavy, at least according to what the most recent guidance is suggesting. Now I want to show you, I'm going to try to erase this. There we go. Look at that. Everything's working for me today. I'm switching to this radar because I want to show you something. So there's a heavy snow band that's setting up across Pennsylvania, portions of New Jersey, southern New York, and this is due to a broad zone of strong isentropic ascent, which is the air parcels follow these potential temperature lines, and it's aided by warm air advection, which is associated with a 50 to 60 knot low-level jet that is located right now over the southern Appalachians. So you're getting enhanced upward motion, which is resulting in a heavier snow band, where we could see snowfall rates through the afternoon up to 1, maybe even 2 inches per hour. And it seems to be verifying. I'm looking out my window right now, and it's snowing at a pretty good rate right now. And I'm in Elizabethtown, which is just south of Harrisburg by about 20 to 30 miles, south of Middletown by maybe about 10 miles. So it's snowing at a pretty good clip. So this is verifying quite well. And now let me show you the most recent model guidance. Here is the most recent HRRR model run. This is for 12 p.m. Here we go, moving along to 1 p.m. You see that mix line, that sleet line is approaching Harrisburg. But like I said, how quickly does that approach? And then by 3 p.m., 4 p.m., it looks like all of southeastern PA, potentially just south and east of Harrisburg, is in the sleet. Same with you guys over in here in south central, far south central, and southwestern Pennsylvania. And then New Jersey, I think northern New Jersey, you might stay all snow. And then look at you in New York. New York, you start switching over by about 4 to 5 p.m. You switch over to sleet. And then Boston, you stay all snow still. Nothing really changed since the last video in regards to that. Now let me show you, I'm going to show you what the NAM 3KM is showing quick. I'm just going to run through it fast because I want to keep this video short. I'm sick and tired of making long videos for you guys to have to watch. Alright, let's see here. NAM 3KM. Alright, here we go. And this is by 1 p.m. Look how much further north it has the sleet line. And this is why even northern New Jersey, the NAM has you switching over to sleet. you're right on that line. You are right on that line. I could see it going either way. Regardless, you're still going to get a significant snowfall out of this storm. 8 to 12 inches. If you stay all snow, 12 to 18 inches. And then Boston, I think you're still within the 12 to 18 inch range. Even with the NAM, you stay all snow. So I'm confident that Boston stays all snow. But again, look at New York. You switch over, still around 3, 4, 5 p.m. to sleet. And it's going to be a nice period of pretty steady sleet based off of this most recent guidance. So that's it for right now. I will post another video in maybe a few hours. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe.